Hello and welcome to my channel, where today I will be taking a look at POTP Autobot Outback. I thought I'd change things up a bit and start in vehicle mode instead of robot mode, and I will also start off with accessories, as his only accessory apart from the collector card does play into the vehicle mode. He has a shield which can plug into his arm, and it kind of acts as a gun as well, because yeah, they could be ports for a gun, but basically you tab in and then it just completes the look. So it goes from more of a, I don't know, kind of like a Hummer, I suppose. It's very Hummer-esque to, I think, just a normal sort of military looking vehicle, which, yeah, okay, the Hummer was a military vehicle, but it does change it quite a bit aesthetically. So if we could get in close on the details, as you can see, there are some brown packs on the sides. There are, oh god, I can't think of the word. Battering ram, metal plates, detail, design stuff, not painted silver, which is a shame. His headlights have been left unpainted. Nothing on the rear. There is moulded in taillights, but no actual paint. Autobot sticker on one side, not on the other. And there is, if you can see, this colour of kind of a tan is different to this one. Well, that's because this is actually black plastic painted over with the tan. So it does have a slight colour difference, but it doesn't really affect it that much. When you have it under harsh lighting like I do, you can see it a bit easier, but if it's just on your shelf, it doesn't really show up as much, so if that's a concern, don't worry about it. Rims aren't painted. The Takara version has painted rims, except I only think they did a Brawn version, so I'm unsure about Outback. But as previously mentioned, he comes with his collector card. Just very basic. You got the power of the primes, you got the prime symbol, Transformers Generations. Then his name is Outback, but they call him Autobot Outback for copyright reasons, otherwise Australia would have a fit. And he is a soulless Outback. He forges and wields an indestructible battering ram. Is that meant to be a battering ram? Is it meant to, like, plug onto the front? Nah, I don't think it's a battering ram. That is a bit questionable, because there's nothing there. If you wanted to obviously have a battering ram or a hammer of some sort, get Siege Ironhide, I suppose. It comes with a gun and a hammer. Well, one weapon transforms into two different things. But there isn't actually any sign of a battering ram on this figure. He never had one. It doesn't make any sense, and I know that all of them are different on the cards, so you will get something else, unless, you know, you do just so happen to get Soulless Outback. Now, to get this figure, you can still get it on Amazon for a reasonable price. I'm unsure about Kapow Toys, but I'll leave a link down in the description. Amazon or Kapow Toys. There is also the Big Bad Toy Store, etc., etc. But if it's no longer on any of them, or they're ridiculous prices, then I won't post a link. And if there is no link, then you'll know, don't even try. Well, there's still eBay, so do try, but not from my links. Anyway, but for transformation, if we... Oh, I almost forgot to talk about the main feature of the Power of the Primes Legends figures. And I think the Titan's Return ones had this feature. But basically, you bring in a Titan Master, such as Freeze Out, backpack, and you can plonk him in. He doesn't peg in anyway, just sits, which is okay. Fold it back down. Oh. Make sure that the head is tilted upright and not backwards, or else it will not work. Then you can close the canopy up, and you have another rattling noise, as well as the tyres being really annoying. It is, if I do that, so rattly. But if you just put it on the shelf, you don't notice, but whilst you're transforming it, you do, and it's something that drives my mum round the bend, is all the clicking and popping. I cannot get this headmaster back on, thank you very much. Now for transformation. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to pop off his gun, shield, spare tyre thing, and reveal some beautiful brown detail. That's very nice. Snap it at the back, it just tabs in. Snap it at the back, unfold the legs, then push this leg forwards and this leg backwards, because as you can see, it opens on this side but not on this side. And yeah, you can just pull it apart, but if you pull it apart or try to snap it together, there is some resistance, because this peg kind of splays out, but only very slightly. Either that or I've actually just managed to wear mine down, one of the two. Then you want to get your fingernail in this groove, and then just flip out the heel spurs, and you're all good. So flip them around, come to the arm, hinge it down, rotate at the elbow, bend it slightly if you want to, do the same on the other side, and swivel the head around. Oh, stay, thank you. So, wait, why am I getting close? I'm not doing details yet. There he is, in robot mode, and for weapon storage, plug it onto the back and make him look ridiculous, or if you have a plastic bag or a plastic tray, dump it in there, but for the meanwhile I'll just put it over there. And then, what to do next? Posability or details? Details. So as you can see, his head is painted silver with a dark blue visor, which is correct to the G1 accuracy, if that's what you're all about. He did have a dark blue visor, unlike other ones that had a light blue visor. He has a little tiny sticker on his chest, which is also G1 accurate. The only problem is it's a sticker and it's very small, so mine is pretty decent, but it is a little bit skewed. Now, I've seen some other video reviews of this where it is completely on the wonk. Oh, don't knock that. Where it is completely on the wonk and it just doesn't look the greatest. Now, the silver parts are painted. It is brown on the underneath, I think. Yep, it is brown on the underneath. And he has a handhold there and a hole on the side, so then he can bring this back in, plug it in, then he has a shield and also a cannon. Now, if we look at this, like that, I prefer this design, but then, you know, it is always the design. And the fist comes out in front of the shield, which I think looks better, instead of that. I mean, can you flip it around? You can flip it around, but it doesn't look as good. Yeah, plug it in, then he has a shield and a pew pew, pew pew. But, meh, it's okay. And then there's some brown paint here. And that's about it for paint. I've also got parts from the vehicle mode, obviously. But that is about it for detail. Most of it is just unpainted plastic, which you would expect from a figure this small, and from Hasbro, and from Mainline. It is what it is, I suppose. So, for posability, the head is on a swivel, not on a ball joint. Mine is kind of loose, but it has some points where it gets like really, really tight. And that's not from it rubbing against this back part. It's just, for whatever reason, the swivel is just tight in some places, but it is pretty loose in most areas. So you got a head swivel. arm can go all the way around, can go out that far. Then there's a hinge allowing it to go out to there. There is a bend at the elbow, which is on a ball joint, so that allows it to swivel. Nothing at the waist. Get the arms out of the way. Can I get it to a... Yeah, I call that a good splits. Can kick back that far. Can kick forward to that far. There is a rotation at the thigh, which is becoming more and more apparent on the Legends class figures, which is always good to see. A bend at the knee, which is a very good bend due to transformation. And if you wanted to, flip in the heel spur. Yeah, maybe not. Also, out the package, the heel spurs are folded in, so just remember when you do take it out, flip it out. Straighten everything out. There we go. Obviously nothing at the foot. There's obviously that at the heel, but that doesn't really count. But is basic. He is very, very small. And I will bring in top spin for a size comparison. As you can see, definitely much, much shorter. Bring in wheeljack or Iron Factory's hex wrench. Probably put them on the other side so then you can actually see them. Obviously they're both Legends. And I'd say he's a bit taller in the head alone, but then also with this extra little bit above, he is just a tad bit taller. And of course, we are going to grab our little tiny Target Master, tear off his head, and there he is with a Titan Master. So I'm going to take it off the stand, put it level, and there he is. He is very, very small, as you'd expect. If there is obviously no link in the description, that means that either it's not on Kapow or Amazon is just too goddamn expensive. But I'm sure you'll be able to get it for a reasonable price on eBay. Just be very, very cautious about the shipping. Bastards. Anyway, that has been... Oh, damn it, fell over. That has been my review of... I'm now forgetting his name. Autobot Outback. I hope you enjoyed.